So you may already know who Justin Whang is, but for anyone who doesn't, Justin Whang is a fairly large YouTuber with 1.2 million subscribers. He's posted about 500 videos over the course of something like 7 years on his main channel. He's really well known for his Tales from the Internet series, where he goes over like strange stories and Reddit posts, stuff like that, you know. I would call it like YouTube popcorn. It's not award-winning journalism or anything like that, but they're really entertaining videos, and I've watched them on and off for, yeah, years now. Well, Maddox, this old school YouTuber from way back in the day, just dropped this hour-long exposed video on Justin Whang, and it is probably one of the weirdest exposed videos I've ever watched in my life.
I'm gay.
Welcome to the best show in the universe. I'm Maddox. I'm about to tell you a story of a YouTuber named Justin Whang. Justin is a YouTuber, self-proclaimed internet historian, and tragically, a member of a nu metal band. And no, that's not just a joke. He really is a member of a nu metal band. Nu metal, also known as not metal.
Now, I find this part so weird, and just first off, I have to say, no one cares about nu metal. Like, Maddox spends 4 minutes talking about nu metal and how bad he thinks it is as a genre, while also making fun of Justin Whang's band.
Is the soundtrack of being grounded for not eating your vegetables. It's all the things you like from rap, and all the things you like from metal, left on the cutting room floor, so all you have left is crap. It's one of the only genres of music where the Wikipedia entry has an entire section dedicated to nu metal bands who insist they're not nu metal.
4 minutes in this already bloated 55-minute long video, half of which is devoted to someone other than Justin Whang. Half of it is devoted to another person named Asterio, who is this alleged stalker, someone who's harassed Maddox for years online. And I mean, look at Maddox's face. Of course this dude gets harassed online. Now, that's a joke, obviously. No one should be harassed online. That's stupid, right? And I have to point out that the reason Justin Whang is tied to this Asterios guy is so schizophrenic. This alleged stalker and Justin Whang follow each other on Twitter and might have been friends once. So somehow that proves Justin Whang condones the harassment and stalking of Maddox. Like, this is truly one of the wildest cases of guilty by association I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Justin is part of an online group who harasses, stalks, and coordinates attacks against people using Facebook, Reddit, Discord, and IRC, and I'm one of their primary targets. This group is run by an obsessed stalker who's been waging a smear campaign against me and others for years. And when it's called out, they always lie, shift blame, and deny it was their group. But it's always the same group of people. How do I know? Because I've blocked most of them on Twitter, including Justin. And since most of them follow each other, and they're the only group of people I consistently block, I can tell at a glance when it's their group because all I have to do is look at who they're following, and it's the same people from the group that Justin's a part of, taking part in the same smear campaign like always.
Maddox tries to claim that there's this group of people after him on the internet trying to cancel him, but when it comes time to show proof for this evil cabal of people out to get him, he has none. The best he can come up with is that the same people that are on his blocked list on Twitter are the ones making fun of him. Like, what is this group? He talks about them having a Discord but doesn't show any proof, no screenshots. Are they in a Discord together? And also, Maddox, why do you spend 6 minutes proving that Justin Whang is improperly citing the sources for every meme he posts on Instagram? A real thing in this video, by the way. Why do you have countless receipts of Justin Whang's meme theft? But when it comes to the most damning claims of Justin Whang's character, you know, him being a part of this evil cabal, you have nearly nothing. It's just so surreal. Like, this video, I feel like I'm in a fever dream. Along with his nu metal is bad joke being outdated, his criticisms of Justin Whang seem to be just as strangely out of date. Throughout this video, Maddox critiques Justin Whang's channel by pulling up videos that are 6 or even 7 years old. I'm pretty sure Whang doesn't even live in the same house that these videos were filmed in.
He first launched his channel by doing a series of Let's Play videos that failed to get any traction because they were indistinguishable from the many other Let's Play videos out there, save for the fact that he occasionally drinks with his pinky out. And when people weren't interested in watching him play video games in his depressingly dark room,
it's kind of boring.
He resorted to the lazy comedic device that's a last resort for every hack comedian and YouTuber when they don't have a personality: getting drunk. While it can sometimes work, it only works when the underlying person or material is funny, not because of the alcohol, but usually in spite of it.
Whang started off his channel by making shitty Let's Play videos, like a lot of us do. So he decided to try to make something more interesting, and I guess that makes him an asshole now?
His comedic shtick is comprised of 1-second callbacks where he points out something he just said.
But what it actually refers to is groping. I like how I put my hands to the camera when I said groping.
And this really bad impression of Trump, I guess. I don't even know who he's parodying.
Emails, Aleppo. What the hell is Aleppo anyway? I thought this was America. We don't speak no Italian here.
And to make things worse, his videos are punctuated with a lack of polish that simultaneously comes across as lazy and contemptuous of his audience. For example, he forgot to set his phone to silent while recording, got a text message, and then decided to keep these takes. And this has happened multiple times.
PewDiePie, I'm not fucking Sam Hyde, I'm fucking nobody. Oh, I forgot to turn my phone off again. But yeah, I'm just white supremacist Nazi. I guess I should have turned my fucking phone off again. I'm a fucking popular guy.
Again, these clips of Justin Whang are from his early days on YouTube. So I guess the argument here is Whang should have put more effort into his video, and because he didn't, he hates his audience.
His videos are punctuated with a lack of polish that simultaneously comes across as lazy and contemptuous of his audience.
I can't stress enough how irrelevant the clips shown in Maddox's video are. And look, sure, if Justin Whang was making videos just as bad today, I would say Maddox has a point, but that's not the case. If you search up Justin Whang's channel today and watch his latest videos, you can see they've come a very long way from his older videos. He has an interesting backdrop, he has good editing, great pacing, he's a good storyteller. His videos today are truly unrecognizable compared to the clips Maddox decides to show in his call-out video. Maddox also makes this bizarre point.
Justin is better known for his YouTube series called Tales from the Internet, where he chronicles famous people and events like he's some sort of historian of the internet, or internet historian, if you will, despite the fact that other channels were already doing the same thing. But more on that later.
Nah, Maddox, how about more on that now? What are you saying? Are you saying because the internet historian made videos about weird internet stories, no one else has the right to make that same style of content? That's incredibly stupid, dude. I get that you're like 45 years old and the internet was different back in the time of the dinosaurs, but no person has a claim on a style of YouTube content. So like, am I going crazy here? Just like no one band can claim to own a genre of music. Also, is that a dig on the other channels you flash on the screen? Like the screenshot of Wavy Web Surf and Frederick's channel? Surely Frederick's channel was inspired by someone else, right? Does that make him a hack or a plagiarist? Maddox also makes this bizarre claim.
He even made a video series where he went after content creators and comedians for allegedly stealing jokes and memes, like he was some sort of content cop. If that sounds familiar, that's because there's already a popular web series by iDubbbz called Content Cop. But that's not where the similarities end, because Justin even shamelessly called his video Meme Police. Ah yes, let's look up a synonym for the word cop and nobody will notice. Good job, Justin, I think it worked. Except even this seems lifted straight from iDubbbz's video because he literally has a Content Police sketch. Oops. This is some high school level plagiarism where you just change a few words.
I just can't believe he uses the word plagiarism. This is not high school level plagiarism. Do you really think anyone truly cares if the title Meme Police is derivative of Content Cop? When did you make this video, Maddox? iDubbbz unlisted his Content Cop videos quite a while ago, after the Froggy Fresh drama, you know? Besides that, the last time iDubbbz made a new Content Cop video, I think it was like 7 years ago. Not to mention, the last Meme Police video that Justin Whang made was 5 years ago. And sure, the video that put Justin Whang on the map was a drama video about H3H3 and Sam Hyde.
Suffice it to say that these videos didn't take off. Nothing seemed to be working on Justin's channel, so what do you do when you're not funny, not interesting, and not original enough for people to care about who you are? You talk about someone who is. So Justin jumped on the drama bandwagon. From Pro Jared to James Charles to Adam Saleh to H3H3 and PewDiePie, there isn't a bandwagon too big or too small for Justin to jump on. On September 10th, 2017, Justin finally made his first relatively successful video, and it was successful because it had nothing to do with him. It was about some supposed drama between H3H3 and Sam Hyde. It was, in his own words, the most growth he'd seen on his own channel in a single month.
That shit was amazing for my channel.
Who cares? It's just a drama video. It's not that deep, man. Also, this whole idea of like Whang's not interesting enough so he has to cover things that are. Do you not know how the internet works? Even you yourself, if we go on your channel, you cover other topics that isn't Maddox. Like, not every video has to be Mr. Beast Squid Games. And this is a valid strategy. Because like when you're starting off as a YouTuber, no one cares about you. So when you cover things that people do care about, you can kind of like shoot your shot, right? It's your opportunity to show people what you have, right? To get them interested in you. Also, can we talk about the fact that Justin Whang made 3 different videos back in the day about you, Maddox? I find it so weird that throughout this entire hit piece, you didn't mention any of those videos at all. Like the video about you posing as a female journalist and lying in a court document.
Email was sent to Weber Shandwick, the employer of Asterios Kokkinos, one of the defendants in the lawsuit. Dear Weber Shandwick staff and AT&T. CCing AT&T on this because you've worked with Weber Shandwick for online print before. My name is Heather. I'm a freelance journalist writing on behalf of the Condé Nast Media Group. The email then goes on to attempt to smear Asterios Kokkinos for his connection to Dick Masterson, who has said and done a lot of controversial shit in his comedy career. It also accuses Asterios of using alt-right phraseology like cuck, and then it provides screenshot examples such as fuck off, cuck, and that sentence is grammatically incorrect, cuck. A representative of Weber Shandwick, Joshua Kaufman, winds up responding back and forth with Heather S., trying to vet them and see if they're an actual reporter. Heather, who supposedly works at 4 Times Square in New York, never actually verifies her identity, and the whole thing winds up fading away. After this thinly veiled attempt to really make it personal and get Asterios fired fails, Asterios goes to Reddit and demands that Maddox apologize. Obviously, that apology never fucking came. People continued to roast Maddox, and it seemed like that was the end of Heather S. until she made another appearance once again in the initial complaint in the lolsuit. Maddox opted to double down on this insane lie, insisting that not only was he not Heather S., but by demanding that apology, Asterios was continuing his harassment campaign. In the section from the initial complaint pertaining to the Heather S. emails, Maddox wrote, "In other posts from Defender Weber Shandwick's offices during work, Defendant Kokkinos brags about buying targeted ads to get around plaintiff's block and threatening to continue harassing plaintiff unless he apologized for something plaintiff didn't even do." That's where the perjury comes in, because if you remember the beginning of this video, in the most recent documents, Maddox signed an affidavit saying that he was in fact Heather S. That means that by his own admission, one of his initial complaints was a lie.
Dude, you didn't deny the claims in that video or even talk about that video in your Whang hit piece. This is so goofy, dude. Justin Whang moved on from drama content years ago. Maddox, it seems like everyone's moved on except for you, dude. Like, legitimately, you need to move on. But I'm starting to think that's a pipe dream, because instead of moving on, you make a video talking about meme citations. In this part of Maddox's video, he unearths a 7-year-old video of Justin Whang where he criticizes a stand-up comedian for stealing a joke from a meme.
Comedian Rob Schneider and how he allegedly stole a joke from a meme.
If it does sound kind of familiar, it's because he stole that fucking joke from a meme that was being shared around.
Justin doesn't provide any evidence that he stole the joke. His only argument is that he saw a similar meme posted earlier. So he concluded that Rob Schneider must have seen the same meme that Justin saw and therefore stole the joke. Since the possibility exists, that was apparently good enough for Justin to accuse Schneider of joke theft.
People have this idea that just because they saw a joke inside of a picture as a caption, that it's suddenly free reign for them to steal it and passes it off as their own.
Justin doesn't give Schneider the benefit of doubt or consider the possibility that 2 people could have come up with the exact same joke independently. So it came as a surprise when I saw this tweet of Justin's not too long ago. It had over 6,000 retweets and 42,000 likes. This joke was written in 2014 by a guy named Jay Branscombe, and it was very popular with over 43,000 shares and 17,000 likes on Facebook alone. So if the pre-existence of a much less popular meme was enough for Justin to conclude that Rob Schneider was a joke thief, then judging by his own criteria, we have to conclude that Justin must have stolen this joke.
So let's just assume Maddox is right here. God forbid Justin Whang stole a joke in 2019. Even if that's true, is this the worst you've got?
But still, you might be thinking, well, maybe he didn't see it. Maybe we should give him the benefit of doubt, even though he didn't extend that same courtesy to Rob Schneider. So how likely was it that Justin saw this joke somewhere else before he posted it? There was this article about it in the Huffington Post. Now, I know what you're thinking. Nobody reads the Huffington Post, especially not a hard rock and nu metal boy like Justin. But then there was also this article about it in USA Today. But then there was this one from Business Insider, and this one from Hollywood Reporter, and this one from The Guardian, and The LA Times, and The New York Daily News, and Fox 8, and AV Club, and E, and National Post, and WGN, and Daily Mail, and Fox 6, and BuzzFeed, and Express.co.uk, and Hindu Times, Thought Cattle, ABC 10, The Independent,
11 minutes into the video, and this is what's supposed to convince me Justin Whang is a gigantic hypocrite? Really? Even more astounding is that Justin Whang would later give context on why he stole, and I'm really stretching the word stole here, stole someone's joke from 2014. Maddox conveniently left out the added context that the post from 2014 and Whang's post from 2019 is making a similar joke, yes. However, Justin Whang's post was referring to a completely different hunting controversy that happened in 2019 and was not just a full ripoff of the joke from 2014. Even if what he claimed about comedian Rob Schneider was true, Justin Whang still wouldn't be a hypocrite. Because what Rob Schneider allegedly did was not the same as the dinosaur example Maddox uses in his own video.
But Justin's hypocrisy doesn't end there, because he also criticizes people for posting jokes that are too similar to ones they already posted.
You ever have that corny friend that like they'll try to make jokes all the fucking time and nobody laughs except for maybe one time a fucking year they say something actually funny, everyone laughs, and then they try to capitalize on it. They can't like let it die. They gotta make another version of the same fucking joke.
But there are dozens of examples of him posting the same joke repeatedly on his Instagram account. Sometimes he posts the exact same one with slight variations over and over and over again.
Maddox is so desperate to prove that Justin Whang is a hypocrite that he'll even just lie. So it's pretty obvious that Justin Whang is telling this anecdotal story about some friend or family member who he finds annoying for saying the same knock-knock joke every time they hang out or something like that, right? The clip isn't talking about posting memes in the slightest. And also, what's this bullshit about posting memes with slight variations?
Sometimes he posts the exact same one with slight variations over and over and...
Maddox, do you not understand how memes work? Am I in a fever dream for real? Like, what are you talking about? When a meme gets popular, people make different versions of that meme and share it around. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Maddox, do you really not know how a meme works? I don't understand this, dude.
One of his most popular videos is about the Max Headroom incident from the 80s, where someone jammed a signal of a TV broadcast in Chicago. That much is fairly common knowledge. But what isn't common knowledge is all the detail Justin goes into. He cites specific names,
Chuck Swirsky,
dates,
October of 2015, 2010.
call letters,
WGN TV, WTTW TV,
an ad campaign,
the new Coke.
Catch the wave. Coke.
and even seemed to recognize the theme song to an old cartoon from the late 1950s.
Note that the song he's singing here is the theme song from an old cartoon called Clutch Cargo.
Clutch cargo.
The only thing Justin doesn't cite are sources, at least for the first 4 minutes and 10 seconds of the video. Well, you might be thinking that maybe Justin might have just known this information from memory.
You absolute buffoon. No one would ever think that. How mind-numbingly dumb would someone have to be to think Justin Whang just knew all these facts about the Max Headroom signal jacking from memory? And the fact that you spent the time to harp on this point just shows the hoops you are willing to jump through to prove your imaginary points. Also, you're mad he didn't cite his sources fast enough?
The only thing Justin doesn't cite are sources, at least for the first 4 minutes and 10 seconds of the video.
Dude, this gives off big gatekeeper energy. I get this vibe from old school YouTubers sometimes, like, you didn't make this video the way I would have, therefore it's bad mentality.
This incident occurred in 1987, and according to this website, Justin was born in 1984, which means that he was just 3 years old when it happened. So that means either Justin was able to remember all those names, dates, and times 30 years later to make a video about it, or that he's a plagiarist. Plagiarism is when you present someone else's work, ideas, or research as your own. According to Evidence Explained, this includes changing a few words, changing the sentence structure, or using synonyms, like he did with meme police.
Maddox is super delusional when it comes to what is plagiarism and what isn't. For example, when he calls out Justin Whang, he highlights sections of an article Whang uses for the Max Headroom video. However, the sections he chooses to highlight are either so small that one could confidently argue Whang is paraphrasing the article, therefore not committing plagiarism, or he deceptively highlights parts of the article that do not match what Justin Whang is saying.
From an old cartoon called Clutch Cargo.
In 2007, they released an album called Gente di Cartunia. The fourth track on this album was a cover of Lamu's theme song. Mirko had hoped that laying claim to the song would cause its true creator to come out of hiding. Constantino's lawyer got involved and said that the song was already a part of the show.
In 2006, the Tobu Zoo completed their new penguin enclosure, Grapekun and Midori being among the penguins making the move. It's possible that this was because when he was taken away, they had believed he had died.
This is incredibly deceptive, Maddox. And I'm just gonna play this little part right here of his video and tell me I'm not going crazy.
For example, there are sections in Justin's video that seem to lift exact quotes and in the exact same sequence as a WFLD broadcast by Jack Conity.
And this time there was audio.
By this time, the pirate had managed to insert audio.
If this is plagiarism, then damn, man, I don't think any of us should speak ever again, dude.
To insert audio.
Now you might be wondering, aren't these just basic facts? Wouldn't everyone report them the exact same way? No. In fact, here are 4 different broadcasts covering the same event, focusing on different observations, details, and phrasing, because none of them were plagiarized, unlike Justin's.
It's kind of funny how he says this but doesn't play any of the clips from the various other broadcasts. Maddox will spend large chunks of his video talking about memes and new metal, but when it comes to showing proof of his wild claims, he shows little and sometimes no proof at all, just expecting us to take his word for it.
For example, this article by Chris Nittell seems to be his primary source, and at one point he even used the exact same footage from a commercial that was referenced in the article.
At the time of this hack, the real Max Headroom was the spokesperson for the new Coke.
Catch the wave. Coke.
I found 4 different Coke commercials that Justin could have used to make his point.
No one cares, buddy. No, really, no one cares. Make your own Max Headroom video then. Could Justin Whang have done a better job sourcing the article in his video from 5 years ago? Sure, maybe. I'll give you that. But that in itself does not prove plagiarism.
There is no case. There are no leads, there are no suspects, none, period. The person who did this is still at large, end of story. For over 10 minutes in his video, Justin casually implicates innocent people of crimes with penalties of up to $100,000 and a year in prison. This includes one guy who not only had the inability to pull this off, but he wasn't even able to defend himself because he's dead.
Eric himself isn't able to deny this theory as he passed away in 2010. According to Vice Motherboard,
For the last 7 minutes of the video, Justin reads a Reddit article where someone mistakenly thought the culprit was someone he met at a party, but it turns out he was wrong. Justin inexplicably decided to include this in his video anyway, despite the fact that the very Reddit post he's reading from has an update stating very clearly that these people are officially eliminated as suspects. But instead of omitting this bogus lead, Justin decided to keep it in and incredulously glossed over the fact that they've been cleared, almost like it's an afterthought at the end of his video.
And this point right here, I really don't think this is the smoking gun Maddox thinks it is. Sure, I guess you could say Whang was implicating innocent people for a crime committed 30 years ago. But like, I want to know, what's the statute of limitation on signal jacking a TV station from the 80s? Come on, dude. Was anyone really in any danger here? I really don't think so.
And in case you're wondering, this wasn't just a shitty video I cherry-picked from his library. This kind of hacky bullshit is all over his channel. For example, in another Tales from the Internet, he tries to find out who made the Italian version of an anime theme song. And of course, it's chock full of more plagiarism. For example, watch Justin's eyeline carefully around the 7-minute and 54-second mark.
Raggi Fotonichi is an Italian band that specializes in covers of cartoon theme songs.
Did you catch it? Here it is again in case you missed it.
Cartoon theme songs. Cartoon theme songs.
Nice edit.
We're being punked, right? This is just a meme. Like, Dude, if he's paraphrasing, it's not plagiarism. Reading a Reddit post, not only a Reddit post, but a deleted Reddit post from years ago is not plagiarism. The title of this video is Justin Whang a plagiarist and hack, or just plagiarist? You did not prove that Justin Whang was a plagiarist. In the last 24 minutes, Maddox lied, over-exaggerated, and did everything but prove his points. I've watched this video about 5 times now, and even reaching out to Maddox himself to ask questions. I've tried to give this guy the benefit of the doubt, all to be blocked on Twitter. I've tried to be as nice as possible, but Maddox, honestly, you're a washed up YouTuber who doesn't know how a meme works. You're like 45 years old, mauling over 5-year-old drama. I'm truly sorry for the harassment that you undoubtedly suffered, but people on Facebook making fun of you doesn't mean that that person condones false R-word allegations, you absolute buffoon. Just because you block someone on Twitter doesn't mean they're a part of an evil cabal out to cancel you. From the comments under your video, it's obvious you still have fans who want to see you make interesting videos. How that's possible, I don't know, but I'm glad that you still do have fans. Like, that's great. Do that, buddy. Do that. Make interesting videos and stop being a freaking lolcow on the internet. This is truly maidenless behavior. That's all I've got. I'm done watching this video. And, hey, Maddox, unblock me, you twat. The thought of it makes me fucking sad. Set it up for your folks of cringe.